Daily Dose of English presents Daily English Idioms. Part 62.
Better still / worse still. Meaning. Used to make a comparison between two things. Examples. The food was good, and better still, it was inexpensive. The train was late, and worse still, it was crowded. The project turned out well, and better still, it was finished early. Tongue-lashing. Meaning. A harsh verbal attack. Examples. He got a tongue-lashing from his boss for not meeting the deadline. She gave her kids a tongue-lashing for not cleaning their room. He got a tongue-lashing from his teacher for not paying attention in class. Not, take no for an answer. Meaning. To refuse to accept an answer of no. Examples. She wouldn't take no for an answer when I asked her to help me. He wouldn't take no for an answer and kept asking for a raise. She won't take no for an answer and keeps asking for more money. Hammer home. Meaning. To make something clear by repeating it. Examples. The teacher hammered home the importance of studying for the exam. He hammered home the importance of completing the project on time. I hammered home the idea that everyone should be treated equally. Go over your head. Meaning. To take a problem or issue to a higher level of authority. Examples. She went over her boss's head and complained to the CEO. He went over his supervisor's head to get the project approved. I went over my teacher's head and asked the principal for help. On the cutie. Meaning. In secret. Examples. We need to do this job on the cutie. We had to meet on the cutie so no one would find out. We have to keep this on the cutie or we'll get in trouble. Out of the picture. Meaning. No longer involved or involved in anything. Examples. He was out of the picture after the project was finished. She was out of the picture after the team disbanded. He was out of the picture after he quit his job. Mind/watch your language. Meaning. To be careful about the words you use. Examples. I have to mind my language when I'm around my boss. The teacher told the students to watch their language. He had to mind his language when he was talking to his parents. Not the shadow of a doubt / beyond the shadow of a doubt. Meaning. Without any doubt. Examples. He was guilty beyond the shadow of a doubt. There was not the shadow of a doubt that she was right. The evidence proved his guilt beyond the shadow of a doubt. Show your true colors. Meaning. To reveal your real character or nature. Examples. He showed his true colors when he started to yell at his coworkers. She showed her true colors when she refused to help her friend. He showed his true colors when he was rude to the waiter. Pull someone's leg. Meaning. To joke around with someone. Examples. I was just pulling your leg when I said I was late for work. He was just pulling her leg when he said he was going to quit his job. She was just pulling his leg when she said she was moving to France. Mutton dressed as lamb. Meaning: an older person dressing themselves in a younger way. Examples: she looked like mutton dressed as lamb in her miniskirt. He looked like mutton dressed as lamb in his tight jeans. She looked like mutton dressed as lamb in her crop top. Have two left feet. Meaning: to be uncoordinated and clumsy. Examples: she has two left feet and can't dance. He has two left feet and can't keep up with the music. She has two left feet and can't walk in heels. One hand washes the other, and together they wash the face. Meaning: to cooperate with each other and help each other out. Examples: one hand washes the other and together they can get the job done. They both understand that one hand washes the other. One hand washes the other and together they wash the face. It's a team effort. Sink one's differences. Meaning: to put aside one's differences and work together. Examples: they decided to sink their differences and work together. We need to sink our differences and find a solution. They had to sink their differences in order to move forward. Vicious circle. Meaning: a situation in which a problem or difficult situation is caused by the attempt to solve the problem or escape the situation, creating a cycle of cause and effect. Examples: the vicious circle of poverty has left many families in the city struggling. The government is trying to break the vicious circle of rising unemployment. We seem to be stuck in a vicious circle of debt and worry. Home truths. Meaning: unpleasant facts that someone needs to accept, usually about themselves. Examples: she was afraid to tell him the home truths he needed to hear. I had to face some home truths about my own behavior. I wasn't expecting my parents to tell me home truths about my job search. Preaching to the converted. Meaning: trying to convince people who already agree with you. Examples: he was just preaching to the converted, nobody in the room needed convincing. I'm tired of preaching to the converted, I need to find people who don't already agree with me. I felt like I was just preaching to the converted when I gave my presentation. The burden of proof. Meaning: the burden of proof is the duty to prove a claim or allegation. Examples: the burden of proof is on the prosecution to demonstrate the defendant's guilt. The burden of proof lies with the person making the claim. The burden of proof is on the plaintiff to prove their case. Stand the test of time. Meaning: to remain relevant and of a high quality over a long period of time. Examples: this classic novel has stood the test of time and remains popular today. His works of art have stood the test of time and are still admired. This style of music has stood the test of time and is still popular. As brown as a berry. Meaning: very brown in color. Examples: his skin was as brown as a berry after 2 weeks in the sun. She was as brown as a berry after the summer. His face was as brown as a berry after a day in the garden. Go against the tide. Meaning, to do something that is against the current trend or opinion. Examples: she went against the tide and decided to pursue a career as a writer. He went against the tide and spoke out about the issue. She went against the tide and voted for the unpopular candidate. Without a hitch. Meaning, without difficulty or problems. Examples: the project was completed without a hitch. The event went off without a hitch. The delivery arrived without a hitch. Today's idioms were better still / worse still, tongue-lashing, not take no for an answer, hammer home, go over your head, on the cutie, out of the picture, mind / watch your language, not the shadow of a doubt / beyond the shadow of a doubt, show your true colors, pull someone's leg, mutton dressed as lamb, have 2 left feet, one hand washes the other and together they wash the face, sink one's differences, vicious circle, home truths, preaching to the converted, spick and span, the burden of proof, stand the test of time, as brown as a berry, go against the tide, without a hitch.